Hey guys! Today in Art Club with Miss Burford, we'll be creating a bunch of hearts card in celebration for Mother's Day. You will need an A4 sheet of white card, some purples, pinks and red card, they could just be scrap pieces, that's fine, a black and green felt tip pen, a Pritt stick, some red ribbon and a pair of scissors. Firstly, have your white card layer in front of you landscape and fold this in half. Make sure that it opens from the right hand side like if you're making most cards. Then on your scraps of card, make a fold. You can do this in the centre or you can do it in a random place like I have. And you just want to make a nice fold creased edge and then draw half a heart down that creased edge, so down the folded bit. And you want to do your hearts in different sizes. For your hearts, you just want to create that curve and then come down to the point, and remember you're only drawing half a heart because the other half is going to be on the other side of the fold. And then keeping this sheet of card folded, cut around the line that you've just done, and then when you unfold that piece of card, you'll see that you'll have a whole heart. Repeat these steps on the different coloured card scraps that you have in front of you, and then that'll give you a selection of different coloured and different sized hearts to choose from. When you think you've cut out enough, lay these hearts on your white sheet of card and just lay them in like an art shape at the top, so then it looks like you've got a selection of balloons or a bunch of flowers. And this is just to see if you need any extra hearts. So I needed to cut out more hearts because I wanted to make mine much fuller than what I had on here at the moment, but I could only do so much with so many hearts, so I needed more. Also take note of which colour you need more of. I noticed that I was lacking in pinks and the red, so I cut more of that rather than purples. The next step involves adding some line art and patterns to some of the hearts, not all of them, just some of them, but really think about a variety of different patterns that you might like to add using the black marker so they really pop against those coloured hearts that you've got. Next, swap to your green marker and create a dot about 3/4 of the way down your page in the centre of that line, and this is going to be your centre point of where your crosses are going to go over for when you're creating your lines for your stems or your flowers. So each stem is going to cross through this point. You can use a ruler if you wish for when you're creating the stems, however stems are not exactly perfectly straight, so I like to do these freehand, and also they're slightly different lengths, so you'll see that I finished them at different points at the top. Now you can add lots of Pritt stick glue to the top of your bunches in that arch shape like you did earlier when you were laying out your heart shapes, and just add lots of Pritt stick to make sure that it's nice and sticky. At this point you can start adding your heart shapes to where you've just laid down the glue, and you want to think about not having too many patterned hearts in one area. You want to mix them with the plain ones and have a variety of different colours in different areas. So if you do need to move things, don't be afraid to move them, and just layer and tuck them so that they are looking like a huge bunch of flowers. This part is a little tricky, so adults be prepared to be on hand for this bit. Give each child a piece of string or ribbon which is about 20 centimetres long. Get them to tie a knot in the middle of it, and then you want to create a bow shape. So you need to pull this nice and tight, and this is where you might need to help them. Then trim it down to size, and you can stick this on where you marked your dot earlier with the green pen. You'll see it's where all your stems have crossed, and this is going to be so it looks like it's been hand tied. Just use the Pritt stick again when you're gluing this part down, it should stick fine, and then finally finish off by adding Happy Mother's Day written in the black marker, or if you wish to make it a bit neater or uniformed, then you might want to print off Happy Mother's Day off the computer. If you don't want to make this as a card, you can always just make this as a picture and do it on A5 or A4 card. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more art lessons like this every week and other art related content every now and then. See you next week for more Art Club with Miss Burford.